Hello friends, welcome to Sapien Blog. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, kindly subscribe it, like it and comment on my videos. In this video, we'll talk about ploidy, its role and significance in the life of living beings. Before knowing about ploidy, we should have basic understanding about chromosomes concept. If you haven't seen my last video about chromosome, you can find the link in the description box of this video. Let's get started with the ploidy. Whenever term ploidy came in our mind, we must be thinking about n, 2n, 3n, 4n. So what are these? Let us solve this confusion. Ploidy is nothing but the numerical change in the chromosome number and their sets. That means there is a change in chromosome number and sets which are present in their usual number. So for that, first of all, we should know there is one cell, and in cell there is a nucleus. In nucleus, we have chromosome. This is chromosome. In chromosome, we have our DNA, which is a hereditary material responsible for trait transmission. So in ploidy, we study about addition or loss of chromosome or their sets in their usual number. Ploidy is further categorized into euploidy, which deals with chromosome sets. Aneuploidy, it deals with chromosome number. Let's talk about euploidy in detail. First of all, we need to understand this is N. N means one chromosome. Or we can say that this is monoploid situation. Whenever we talk about diploid organism, they are represented as 2N. 2N means set of one set, basically one set of chromosome. In euploidy, we have one condition which is known as polyploidy. So polyploid is the condition where are more than two monoploids are present. That means these are two monoploids which can be represented as 2n. Whenever there are more than two monoploids, this condition is polyploid. This type of condition is very common in animals, especially in the case of amphibians such as frogs, salamander, reptiles such as snakes, rats, and so on. So this type of situation is responsible for creating new species in plants, or we can say that it generates speciation in case of plants. Coming to the facts of polyploidy. Polyploidy can be represented as 4x, 5x, 6x, 7x, or so on. Or in some books, you will see that it is represented as 4n, 5n, 6n, 7n, like that. So the difference is not there. It's just that, they use different variables to denote the ploidy. Higher the ploidy level, which means that it will be leading to big size organism. Polyploidy with odd number of chromosomes set. It will lead to sterile and inviable individuals. So this happens because during the crossing over stage in meiosis, which is known as the reduction division, in this, if there are 3 chromosome sets, or we can say that 3 chromosome, out of these 3, only 2 chromosome will take part in crossing over. Rest 1 is still remaining. So it will lead to sterile condition in case of individual. Polyploidy is further classified into autopolyploidy and allopolyploidy. When we talk about allopolyploidy, it means that there is the replication of same genome. No crossing over takes place between the different genome. Same genome is replicating. So that means it is replicating. It is multiplying. So as you can see, initially we have one set, or we can say that 2 chromosomes. Whenever they go for replication or multiplication, it will lead to 4 chromosomes or 2 sets. So we can say that it is the transformation of 2n to 4n. This stage is diploid and 4n stage is tetraploid. So this is an example of autopolyploidy. Whenever we talk about allopolyploidy, it means that crossing happens between related species. There is no self-replication. So it will lead to doubling in the number of chromosome, which eventually lead to creation of sets. As you can see here, so this is the chromosome set of one species. This is the chromosome set of second species. So whenever they combine, it is XW, and whenever this genome replicate, it will lead to tetraploid situation or 2 sets of chromosome. Here also from 2n, 4n ploidy is created. There is one famous example of allopolyploidy, which is Raphaniobrassica. In this, reddish species is crossed with the cabbage species so that they can get some desirable characteristic and the progeny species. So both of these species are having the sets 2n, and whenever they got intercrossed, they'll be generating tetraploid situation, or we can say that how many sets? Basically 4 sets. So Raphanus sativus when crossed with Brassica oleracea, it will lead to Raphaniobrassica. This is an example of allopolyploidy. Coming to the aneuploidy, in this stage, basically there is a change in chromosome number, but not in the chromosome sets. So this happens because of addition or deletion in the set, right? Then in aneuploidy, we can see there is a gain or loss of one or more chromosome. This happens because of non-disjunction event in the state of cell division. Cell division, basically meiosis or mitosis. So aneuploidy, it creates genetic imbalance in the cell. If we take example of non-disjunction, here you can see that non-disjunction happens at second division stage. For example, these are 2 chromosomes. Whenever it is the time of second division, both of these are moving into one cell. Here, one cell is still left. So it will leads to the creation of aneuploidy. Here you can see that in 2 daughter cells, they are getting chromosome, but in another 2, they are not getting any chromosome. So this type of situation represents aneuploidy, and it will definitely lead to genetic imbalance in organism body. Aneuploidy is also further classified into 2 categories: addition or deletion, or we can say that hyperploidy or hypoploidy. In case of hyperploidy, we know that it is related with the addition. So in the sets of chromosome, diploid, basically in the diploid organism, there is one more chromosome, there are two more chromosome, there are two chromosomes, but they are single and isolated one which are attached to the set. So condition names are trisomic, tetrasomic, double trisomic. Whenever we talk about hypoploidy, it means 2n minus 1 is, in the set, that means one chromosome is missing. So this type of situation is known as monosomic. Similarly, in the set when two chromosomes are missing, it is nullisomic because it will be leading to no chromosome in the cell. And 2n minus 1, it will be leading to double monosomic condition. Let us understand these situations in details. First of all, we'll discuss about aneuploidy in human. We know that in humans, there are 46 chromosomes, or we can say that there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. Out of these, 22 are autosomes and one is the sex chromosome. Remember, these are in pairs. Now, autosomes are linked with the features other than reproduction. But sex chromosomes, they are related with reproduction. So other features include like eye color, hair color, skin pattern, skin tone, everything except from the reproduction features and reproductive traits. These traits are included in sex chromosome. Sex chromosome is responsible for that. Here are few examples of autosomal aneuploidy in humans, such as Down syndrome. In this case, on 21st chromosome, there is addition of one chromosome, which will lead to change in number. That means 46 plus 1. And these are the symptoms of Down syndrome: decreased muscle tone, asymmetric skull, mental retardation. These are the symbols. Edward syndrome, in this, basically on 18th chromosome, one chromosome is added. It will lead to 46 plus 1 state, or we can say that total chromosomes are 47. So the symptoms are clenched hand, overlapping fingers, mental retardation. These are the common syndrome. In case of Patau syndrome, here trisomy is seen on chromosome 13. Definitely it will lead to increase in chromosome number. So it is 46 plus 1, 47. So the special feature of Patau syndrome is that in the individuals, so it results in improper hand shape, also mental illness. They don't have power to think and take decision. This is a chart of chromosomes in case of human. So as you can see in this chart, the Down syndrome condition is seen. So here on chromosome 21, there is addition of extra chromosome in the set, which leads to the situation of Down syndrome. Coming to the next topic, sex chromosome related aneuploidy. In this, two disorders are important. One is Turner syndrome. In this, one X chromosome is deleted from the set, which leads to 46 minus 1, and the total chromosome number is 45. So this type of individual is female. She'll be having retarded sexual development. She is sterile, short stature, and she'll be having hearing impairment. Whenever we talk about Klinefelter syndrome, in this one X chromosome is added to the sex chromosome. It will lead to the chromosome number or chromosome total number is 47. So this type of individual is male. He'll be having small testes and he'll be having developed breast, feminine voice, and long limbs. So we have studied ploidy so far, and this is the recap of ploidy. So ploidy is first of all divided into two categories, euploidy and aneuploidy. Euploidy is related with the sets, chromosome sets, and aneuploidy is related with the number. So after that, euploidy is further divided into diploid state or polyploid state, or we can say that polyploidy. In aneuploidy, alloploidy, basically there is the self-replication of genome. In autopolyploidy, in this two breeds they unite and then replicate. In case of aneuploidy, there are two broad categories, hypopolyploidy and hyperpolyploidy. In hypo, there is deletion of chromosome, which can be expressed by monosomic, nullisomic, double monosomic conditions. In case of hyperploidy, in this state, basically there is addition of chromosome. This can be expressed by trisomic, tetrasomic, double trisomic conditions. I hope now you got the concept of ploidy. Thank you.